Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Devon. All right, man, before we get into this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, you can hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, man, so y'all saw that last video that I was talking about pretty much how glitchy this game is, right? NBA 2K24, to me, at this very moment, ladies and gentlemen, is a very bittersweet game. But if I had to narrow it down, it's a big mess. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about this game screams to me that this was better than 2K23. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm ready to put 24 down and go play 23 because I see a lot of mistakes that are getting made that was in 23 and they're now coming back to 24. So enough of that. We're going to get into what the topic is at hand. So now, me personally, when I play MyCareer, I always play MyCareer on Hall of Fame, 12 minutes. And the reason why I do Hall of Fame is because they give you 160% boost to your My Points and Badges or whatever it is. You see the screenshot on the screen. So that's why I always play on Hall of Fame, because it gives you that little boost. So it incentivizes you to play with that, with it being a Hall of Fame in 12 minutes. I've always done that because 12 minutes gives me more time to, get badges done or get certain accolades or get certain stuff done versus me doing it in 5 minutes because I don't want to be in the game all day. If I'm grinding in my career, that's what I'm doing. So I'm playing on Hall of Fame 12 minutes and I'm playing against Jerami Grant and the Hawks, right? So I'm playing against him or whatever. Now, keep in mind, it gets funny at times. You know what I mean? Now, keep in mind, I've seen this way too many times, but this right here was kind of like the end. This is like okay, enough is enough for me. So they kick it to Jerami Grant and hand in his face covered and everything, and he makes the shot. And as you see how quick I paused the game. You see how quickly I paused it. Because I'm just like, okay. Like this is enough. This is way too consistent for my liking. Way too consistent. And I went to go check to see what his badges were. And ladies and gentlemen, he has no shooting badges. None whatsoever. He has no shooting badges to complement the fact that he made that shot. Only thing he has to pretty much back him up is an 84 3 ball. But other than that, he has no shooting badges like a blinders, dead eye, guard up, nothing. He has none of that. So he pretty much just makes any and everything over anybody, regardless of whether there's a hand in his face or not. And it was funny because I played some of my old clips back and I realized that I played against Jerami Grant when he was on the Blazers. He did the same exact thing to the player, one of my players that was guarding him. Same exact thing, went in, not a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the clip. And to me, it's funny because, how can you make the same mistake that y'all made on 23 and you had to reverse it, but you make the same mistake on 24? Mike Wang, you fell very short of this game. You fell very, very short. And unlike the rest of the 2K content creators and the 2K community, I'm not afraid to speak up. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all in this 2K community, I'm speaking to a lot of y'all won't speak up on these things, these issues. Y'all won't say a word because a lot of y'all are trying to be as even keel as y'all possibly can to either get a logo or to be in the 2K Next creator program or whatever for content creators. Y'all will try to walk the fine thin line to try to make yourself seem like you're the next candidate to be underneath 2K's umbrella. Me personally, I don't care for it. Because there's way too many things that goes on in this game for me to just overlook it and continue playing the game. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, these video games are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be a tool to make you feel like you're not any better of a player. Now, on that same token, I know a lot of y'all are going to say in the comments, well, Jay Devon, why don't you just turn it down from Hall of Fame and play on Superstar or All-Star or something like that, so you don't get that. I hear what y'all are saying, but here's my thing. When you playing a game, whether it be Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, NHL, FIFA, insert favorite game here. When you're playing these games and you know that you're skillful at it, you want to test your skill. Now, what's the best way that you test your skill? On Madden, you put it on all Madden and you play that way. So that gives you a gauge as to whether you're either holding your own or there's some areas of the game that you need to improve on to make it make it to the point where you could beat computer. You know what I'm saying? Whether it might be outsmarting them or whatever the case is. Same thing on 2K. Every year with 2K, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all do this, but you put on a Hall of Fame and then you figure out what your skill level is from there. And I never turn it down because what is the ceiling to let you know, or what is the confirmation to let you know that, hey, on this level, I'm beating them. If you're playing on Superstar, you're getting these shots because you're playing on Superstar. You're getting these layups, these dunks. You're getting all these breaks because you're playing on Superstar. That, like, you know what I'm saying? That's not enough. I know that they're giving me that because I'm playing on a less than difficult level. So they're giving me a little more leeway. On Hall of Fame, there's no leeway. So if I break through and I'm still scoring at will, that means I'm actually doing what I should do to beat computer. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't turn down Hall of Fame to Superstar or All-Star. I don't do that because that's not a good confirmation for me that I'm actually doing something good in the game. Because I can put it on Pro for all I care, or Rookie. I could put it on that if I wanted to. Run through all the teams, pause, and get 200 something points a game, right? Then I can, in my mind, I could be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm doing my thing, right? But I'm only at 81. And then I go out into the park, I'll go out to the rec, think I can do the same thing I'm doing in MyCareer, and I get just ran over. But I could have sworn that I was doing good in MyCareer. But you're playing on Pro, you're playing on Rookie, Superstar, All-Star, Semi-Pro. I heard they added Semi-Pro as a difficulty. But, you know, getting off topic, the point I'm trying to make here is, how do you allow people to grind on MyCareer, but you don't allow the ability to say, hey, you know, computer should be able to miss the same amount of shots that you're missing or your teammates are missing? Now, Mike, I could have sworn that you put out a tweet and you said that, and I quote, Hall of Fame is make or miss. There are no full whites that go in. There are none whatsoever. Now, to that point, ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, if you look down in the bottom left-hand corner where you see that they show most of the time the releases, the coverage, and the distance, if you notice, when Jerami Grant shoots the ball, and this goes for anybody that you're playing against, especially in MyCareer, they don't show you the release. They just show you the coverage and then the distance. But anytime my teammates shoot the ball, or if I shoot the ball, they always tell me what my release is, the coverage, and the distance. They always show it. So anytime LeBron goes up with a shot and he missed it, slightly late, slightly early, late. AD goes over a shot, late, slightly early, late, slightly early, slightly late. Vanderbilt, Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell. The list goes on. Austin Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Y'all show that. But anytime you see that computer shoots the ball and it goes in, y'all don't never show that. So, Mike, do you really think that that's okay to make gamers believe that, oh, it's a tough bucket 10 times out of 10? Do you really think that it's okay to allow these red contested shots and these red contested layups to go in every single time, regardless of defense? And speaking of defense, I don't like the fact that you're now trying to break the habit of people who are using their hands to defend the pass. I'm not defend the pass, defend the shot. You're now trying to tell us that jumping at somebody who's shooting the ball is a better result of trying to disrupt somebody's shot versus putting a hand up. But I could have sworn on that same token, you said that if you were to jump, whether it be a pump fake or whatever it is, you said that shooting fouls are a lot more higher now than what they were before. So if I jump at this man, what's the chance of me fouling him at the same exact time, regardless of block rating? Mike, you're not giving us a whole lot to work with here. You're not giving us a whole lot. You're really expecting us to grind a game, especially in MyCareer. For all my MyCareer grinders out there, you're really expecting us to grind MyCareer, but you put all these obstacles and put all this type of AI logic and whatever it is you put in this game. You expect us to power through all of that and still grind our builds and not feel like we're being cheated at some point. Help me understand that. 2K creators out there, why aren't y'all speaking up about it? Y'all aren't saying a word, but I guess because you have the greenest jumper or you got the most demigod-like build, that's all that matters, right? None of y'all will dare speaking up on this. Anybody 2K content creator, next program, whatever y'all call it, y'all won't dare speak up on this. Y'all won't speak up on it because either A, you're under contract, which I kind of understand, Or B, if you're not under contract or you're not restricted to not talk about 2K in what they're doing wrong, you won't speak up on it because you don't care for the quality or product of the game. You don't care for 2K as a whole. You just care for 2K only in the mode that you play. And as long as you're able to do what you want to do, the game is great. And that's not fair to the entire community because not everybody plays the same way you play. You got people that play literally what's that called? My NBA, the eras mode. Or you got people that actually run leagues. You got people that play head-to-head play now. Like, you have people that do that. You got people that play my team. Well, I don't too much care for my team, but you got people that do that, and not everybody plays the same mode that you play. So therefore, that doesn't mean that just because what you're doing works and they're allowing you to do it, it's a great game. There's nothing wrong with it. That's a very pretentious way of looking at it, and that's not fair across the board. But Mike Wayne, back to you. This isn't fair. I can count on one hand how many times I've greened a red contest, and it was on a layup, and it was an and one. I can count on one hand, and I'm probably using one or two fingers. But other than that, I've either got hacked or it was a very late, very early, or whatever it is, but it never went in when it was a red contest, or I got blocked, whichever one. But all of this foolishness you pulling over us on this Hall of Fame difficulty has got to stop. And you need to hurry up and put an update out, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to put up with this nonsense, to be honest with you. And I'm trying to keep it so PG because I don't want to swear. But I'm not sure how long I can be able to keep up with all this mess that you got going on, Mike. You fell short and you messed up. You really did. And to all the other ones, the Czar, Zach, I forget Zach something. I forget his name. He's on Twitter. I think C Hoops 2K or something like that. Him, Ronnie 2K, Mike Wayne, y'all need to actually like put this in a higher gear and come on and like get this stuff fixed, because it's not an authentic basketball game when I can compile 20 clips all together showing you how many times these guys have made a contested basket. And please don't get it twisted. I understand that there's going to be times where it's a tough bucket. I'm not mad at that. But if I can compile 20 clips, and sometimes in the same game, of somebody literally making a quote-unquote tough bucket, that's a problem. That is a very big problem. And I think it needs to be addressed immediately. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.